we're going to get into our high crotch, okay? We're going to pull ourselves into a good high position. I call this kind of my proud position, right? My chest is up on the glutes of this guy's leg. I'm not like down here low. I don't have my chest away. Here in a very good high position. I call it a proud position because if you're a soldier, like somebody, whatever, you better stay in that attention, right? So, officer, you're going to smack in your face, right? So, you guys better be here, glued in a very strong position. This is where we start the knee slide battle, right? We've done the knee slide drill, where this guy kind of pulls his leg back a little bit, boom, and I have to knee slide my way back into a good position, right? And this is where all the magic happens, is honestly when I'm on my knees still, okay? A lot of times people shoot and they try to double off so quickly, right? Which is good if you beat them to it, but if you don't, a lot of times it ends up being this type of thing, and then you get smashed on it, okay? So you guys gotta be willing to be able to shoot a high crotch and stay on your knee for a second and figure out where we're going. Is this guy gonna take me to a crackdown? Can I double off? What do I need to do to get this takedown? Because there's a lot of different options, right? Especially as you guys get older. People aren't just sprawling. Just sprawl, okay? There's gonna be a lot of different motions here. They're gonna make chest wrap, everything else. So we've got to be able to get comfortable in this position and pulling ourselves back into a good position. All right, so this is kind of part of the warm-up or whatever, but you don't have to go crazy here. It's not like this guy's trying to break you down, okay? All I want you to do is get to here, okay? This guy starts to give me a sprawl. I'm starting to get beat here. Boom, I'm knee sliding myself back up into a good position. All right? Get yourself used to being high up in the crotch. It's called a high crotch for a reason, right? Because when I'm high up in the crotch and he takes his leg back, it doesn't take my chest away from my arm that much. When I'm on my knee, when I'm down here, he does it, it takes me really far away, right? His leg is pulling my chest away. So try to get used to being up high. There's times when you start going low and doing everything, but get yourself here, start pulling yourself into just a knee slide, all right? Just so that we can get to these next finishes, because they get like a little more slick or whatever you want to call it, all right? So Sammy, move first, okay? So, I'm in on my high crotch here, okay? This guy's giving me just a little bit of sprawl. Partner, that's all you got to do right now. You can't give me more. You can give me a little more weight. Yeah, okay? I got weight on my shoulder, right? And in wrestling, this is how it is. You have two options. Run through the wall or go around the wall. All right? Sometimes, get tough. Knee slide. Pick this freaking dude up. Run and double off. Okay? That's running through the wall. Getting tough. Sometimes, be smart and go around the wall. Right? So, right now, okay, this guy, he's got weight on my shoulder. Maybe I knee slid a couple times, but I just feel like there's too much weight on my shoulder. Okay, now it's time to go around the wall. So, I'm going to have to break this down into a couple pieces, just so you guys understand this, okay? None of this is part of the actual move, it's part of the move, okay? So first, I like my hand being really high up on this crotch so I have a good bite on his thigh. Okay, I'm trying to get a good bite on his thigh. I'm going to rotate the weight from my shoulder to my bicep. Okay, this isn't the move, but this is the idea. From my shoulder to my bicep. You guys see that? How I got out from underneath of him? So his weight goes from my shoulder down to my bicep. While I'm trying to rotate him from my shoulder to my bicep, I'm allowing my feet, I'm stepping, and I'm trying to get my butt facing from one wall all the way to the other. It's not just a windshield wiper, right? We've all been kind of taught how you windshield wiper and you double off. This one's more than that, okay? If you just windshield wiper like this, it's just not enough. I want my butt to face from that wall all the way to that wall, okay? While I'm letting that weight go from my shoulder to my bicep. Also, while I'm doing this, I'm letting my head go high from up above his butt to below his butt, okay? We're letting our head come up and then diving it behind his butt. So that's all that's happening on this move, okay? So give me a little bit of weight, sprawl, okay? So I'm stepping high up, I'm rotating my butt from that wall to this wall as my head goes below the butt this way. And I'm rotating completely around his leg to this back side, all right? You can even get your head all the way down to the mat sometimes. Whatever it is, the goal is to get behind him here and start isolating his leg, okay? Now this is my leg, and you gotta be tight that way. My head's high up here like this. He has a lot of freedom to do a lot of stupid stuff. He can come back into me, he can redirect my head, everything can start happening. So I want you guys to hide your head right now for the moment, right? So if I'm wrestling him, and he shoots a high crotch, bam, he shoots a high crotch, and he starts beating me this angle, I'm gonna go inside. You start making it into a single leg. So we're hiding our head. Does that make sense? Okay? So I'm here, boom, I'm in on my high crotch, okay? He's giving me a sprawl. Here, I gotta rotate weight from the shoulder to bicep, my butt from this wall to that wall as my head goes all the way below it. So it's here, here. Notice the rotation. So I'm trying to like almost snap him down to the side of me. Does everybody understand that? Okay? From right now, I really want you guys to just get that rotation. And once you guys get to here, you can start shelving on your left hip if you'd like to. Okay? Shelf on your left hip. Notice how that's my near hip. Okay? Everybody's seen a single leg before. And we have our head over here, and we try to shelf it on our far hip, right? That's a perfect rule. Has everybody done that in a single leg? A couple of you guys? Okay, when you guys hit a single leg, we're trying to shelf it on our far hip because that means I'm behind the guy with his legs up. Now I can double off and finish, all right? But we don't always have the luxury of getting behind somebody, all right? So that's why this is called near hip shelf finish. So once I rotate down to this one, I'm shelving it on my left hip, okay? And then you guys can just do a little far ankle, far knee, double off right now, all right? We're gonna go into all the high level finishes in a sec. Yeah, a lot of these guys, when you guys are here, boom, you rotate, and you do like this type of thing. And you just put yourself into a single leg, okay? That's not what we're doing. We're trying to keep our head below this guy's butt so I can isolate his knee. So that's what my goal is, right? And how you finish takedowns is you have to isolate one leg and get that foot off the mat so you can go to the other one, okay? Unless you just blast double through somebody, but that doesn't happen very often, okay? So we have to learn how to isolate legs. So from here, okay, you get me strong, and I rotate behind the hot tub, okay? From here, I'm tight. I'm isolating this leg. I want him to continue to try to wrestle because it's going to become bad for him, all right? So these first ones that we're going over, okay? I have this, I rotated, and I hit it, and now I'm going to start shelving it big time on my left hip. The last one, you can maybe get away with just a quick off, far ankle, far knee, but this one we have to start isolating and shelving it on our near hip, okay? So I'm here, all right, and I'm shelving it up on my left hip, once again, okay? Next, what I'm going to do with my arms, okay? My left arm is going to start coming up to his knee like a baseball, all right? And like I said this to somebody else. I'm about to, it seems like a contradiction, but it's not. I'm going to let my head pop out. I'm not putting it down in here like a single leg, but now I'm letting my head pop out, and my butt is going the same direction as he is. So I let my left hand start coming up to the knee like a football, okay? I let my head pop out this direction, and notice how my butt is going out the same direction his is. We're in this position. I'm not like this. This is how you get your ankles caught up in stupid scrambles, okay? I have my left foot like a football. I'm facing the same way as him, and I'm posting on him like a Heisman. Everybody got this? This is your Heisman Trophy position. All right, I have football, I'm posting, I'm ready to wrestle here, okay? This first one is when I rotate, I get to this position, I shelf it, I get to the Heisman Trophy position, and this guy decides he wants to kind of stand up and wrestle into me, okay? So I'm here, this guy starts standing up, wrestling into me. Now I have a single leg up off the mat. Does everybody see that, okay? But notice, it's on the opposite side than what we like it on. That's fine, all right? We're just going to our normal trip right now, okay? But notice, it's one of the biggest mistakes is everybody, it gets right here and they let this left hand get lazy. And this guy's going to get his foot back down to that, and you lost everything. Get this nice high crotch rotated, popped up, boom, lost it. So, say a pledge of allegiance, okay? Have your hand really high up here. I know it's not the right hand, but you know what I'm saying, okay? Very high up on your chest. So I'm here, boom, I'm rotated down, yep, boom, and I'm here. Left hand's up, motion, he's standing up. I'm here. This is my leg, okay? Now, when I go to my trip, okay, just a normal trip finish right here. Notice, don't use your opposite leg. So it feels normal, it feels like an inside trip to do this kind of stuff. Boom. But when I do this, boom, we land, and this stuff happens. Let me see that, okay? So I want to trip with the same foot, the same side that I have the leg on. So it's my left leg. So I'm pushing him here. Pulling it. What's up, cool? What's up? Right? Bullying. Pushing. That's how trips happen. You let this guy get very solid on his feet, you can't trip him, right? You gotta get him moving. Bully, 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 trip. Okay? So a lot of times people do this, they get right to this position, boom, they're right here, down. Boom, and they're like, oh, cradle. They jump for it, boom, this guy keeps wrestling, they end up losing everything. Okay?
Nice job, Jacob.
I'm not saying that it's never there and it never works, but it's the shiny things. Everybody understand that? Okay? Do not chase the shiny thing. You might be eaten by the monster. Cool? Alright? Okay. So, now this next thing, alright? So this one, we have it, so when we got it, we rotated, his legs close to us, we can do a far ankle far knee. Alright? The last one was when I rotate, and his legs are trying to get far, and he stands up, right? Here I rotate behind him, and I'm coming here, and he starts standing up, okay? He starts standing up, boom, boom, come all the way up. I got my trick, okay? This next one is for when this guy stays wrestling, but he stays kind of down, he's kind of wrestling into me. I can't far ankle far knee, it's too far away. He's not standing up, so I can't get to a trick. Now this is where it becomes the most high level finish, and it takes discipline to do this, okay? You guys go watch the Russian Nationals or whatever, you'll see almost everybody finish this way every single time, okay? I promise, it happens a lot. Okay, so I'm down here, we're wrestling, he's kind of wrestling back at me, but I feel like I can't really get anything. Notice, I said, it's shoved on my near hip. Our goal is to always get behind this guy. So next, I'm trying to get this shoved to my right hip, alright? How we do that is we stay disciplined with this knee, staying glued to our chest, and we step over the leg and switch it. So I'm here, okay? All I'm doing, I put my hand down sometimes so I can help my balance. I'm here, over, wrestling. And now I'm behind the guy with his legs shoved up. Okay? This right here, like I said, is a very high level finish. You can be disciplined enough to take a shot, wrestle, rotate, come up to a Heisman Trophy position. This guy's wrestling, he's staying away from me. He's starting to try to kick away, boom. And I get myself, boom, step over this leg, shoved. That is high level wrestling right there. You understand that? Okay? That's what's going to win you your state title against somebody that's pretty good. Okay, so I rotate it down here, boom. I'm wrestling, he's kind of far away. He's here wrestling, okay? I'm staying low. I'm ready for him to dive with my feet. Yep, I'm here, I'm wrestling, okay? Boom. That makes sense to everybody? Okay? Because notice, if I'm wrestling this guy, and he gets me into this position, and he's got this high crotch up, okay? And he's wrestling, and he pops his head up, boom, and I'm here. Okay, I'm gonna be wrestling. Let me here, you're trying to get back to a wizard. Alright? So that's where you stay glued, tight, here, okay? Shuffle it. Boom. Yep. Now I'm in a bad spot. Now I can only dive to the ankles. That making sense to everybody? Okay? Your partner has to make that a little more realistic, okay? That's what it's gonna be like. This guy's gonna be kicking away. You're gonna have to stay glued. A lot of you guys are gonna do this. You think this is an exaggeration? Okay, I see it every time. Here, come on. Okay? Right here. Okay? This is great, man. Just scored 2 in practice. It's awesome. Never know when we get no action. Alright? You guys stay glued, tight. This is my football. Here.